Oh, hey, welcome back to the shop. Today we are back on our Stitches Challenger. Today we're doing something fun. I need the energy. I need the motivation. I'm sure you're like that on your projects too. You just get to a point where it all feels overwhelming, and even though we've made such massive progress on this car in recent years, there's times you just kind of regroup and look at things differently. Today we're going to be getting out all the suspension components, and I mean all of them: springs, rear axle housings, front K-frame, all of it, to start evaluating what we need to do to put this car on its own wheels again. We've addressed this a little, but today we're going a lot further because we're actually bringing things out to look at installing them on the car. When you make a plan, then you can work your plan. So you got to plan your work. I'm Mike, and you're watching Mike R's Shop. So some of the things we need are upper control arms, lower control arms, K-frame, torsion bars, rear axle, springs, all that stuff. So let's get it out. But I got to make a hole. I have all kinds of stuff going on here from other projects we've been doing, and so we got to make an area to kind of lay everything out and evaluate and make sure we have all the fasteners and bolts and nuts and everything we need. Yeah. There, we made a hole. Yes, I'm going to need to get the 39 back in. It's been out for a week, but for now it's fine. So let's start gathering up stuff. I think I'm going to take out one of my fender stands here to put small parts on, and we'll go from there. So just kind of getting a feel on it, getting a layout, stuff like that. So I've been slowly gathering the bits. I have the upper control arms, I have the front disc brakes, lower control arms, K-frame. One thing I notice I'm missing is the caliper and a caliper mount for this one. That's why we do this. Another thing that I need to find are the K-frame bolts. So that's why we do all of this, so that we have everything that we need. I also have the tie rod assemblies and the steering boxes laying over there. That's why we do this, is to get everything together so we can see what we're lacking and then to make a game plan. Like these lower control arm bushings are completely roached. I do want to change those before, because when I put the K-frame in, that's in. It's not coming out again. Put the lower control arm bushings in, or lower control arms in, that's in. Don't have to take it out again. Put the upper control arms on, it's in. Don't have to take that out again. I'm probably not going to be able to do the brakes, but that's okay. That's an easy do later. So we're just coming up with a plan of what do I want to do now before I take it off the rotisserie versus what do I want to do, or what will I be able to do easily even after it's off. So that's kind of where we're at here. I also have to look at the budget, because money, that's a reality for everybody. More stuff. I found the caliper mount, found one torsion bar. I think this is one I took out. I have a different set I want to use, so I got to go find those. Tie rod ends are all here. Tie rods are all here. Strut rods, I forgot about that we need to put strut rods in. I got to get the K-frame bolts. I got to find those. So yeah, it's as you start kind of gathering everything up, you start thinking through what you need to bolt it together. I'd rather gather it all up ahead of time than to be trying to put it in and go, oh crap, I don't have whatever. Like I see the bolts for the steering box are on the K-frame. That's good. Stuff like that. So yeah, just gonna do another blitz around gathering stuff, and we'll get you an update. Found my other set of torsion bars. I actually have another set up there for an E-body. I didn't remember. I found K-frame bolts, but I think these are out of an A-body. I don't know what these are out of, so I need to, I don't think these are the ones for this car. They should all four be together somewhere. So I looked through my totes in the back and didn't find them. But you'll notice I've got some containers here. And part of what my thinking is, like, once I get this stuff, these things will go in these containers, and I'll label them what they are. so that as we go to put this together, obviously we can just slam it together. We got a lot of cleanup to do, things like that, but I need to think through right now, what is it that I'm missing? So I got to think, and I'm not real good at it, so it'll take me a bit. So these are out of a newer A body, so I'll put those away, but they would work. These are unusable. They're so rusted. Oh, yeah, I don't think we better use these two, sorry. These two are unusable. These are 67 to 70 B, all years, basically. These two are really nice. I'm sure I've got more upstairs, so, but if I had to, I would throw these in, and then I could replace them later. Easy enough to just buzz out a couple of K-frame bolts to put new ones in. We do need to check the nuts in the frame, but I think they were okay. I'm pretty sure these are not the ones from this car. So I'm guessing all four of them are somewhere. I found these in my spare bolt bin. I went through all my Challenger totes. So again, this is why we do this. When a car's been apart as long as this has, you've got to gather everything and make sure you have it. It would suck to plan a day of, okay, today I'm putting the K-frame in, everything's ready to go, and go, crap, I can't find the bolts. So that's the importance of this. Okay, another head scratcher here is the caliper mount bolts are missing for both. I thought it was only missing for one set. I have no idea why I would be missing caliper bolts. Guess I better dig around. I don't have to have those now, but I better dig around and see what we've got. Ball joint there is shot. This one might be all right, but I intend to reuse, I said this before, but I intend to reuse as many of these original joints as we can. We'll just get the rubber boots for them. I find that vintage stuff like this, if it's still good, is the better way to go. It lasts longer, it's more durable. Most of this cheap new stuff doesn't last worth a crap, so I would much rather use OEM stuff if I have it. I do have another set of A-body disc brakes out back. I also will see if, like, I got a pickup back there that those caliper bolts may work. I'm guessing no, heavier dutier, but heavier dutier, is that a word? But anyway, that's all part of it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and dig for those real quick, see what I've got. I'm really puzzled. I cannot remember what these came off of. I've had so many cars over the years that I've parted out. I think these probably are off of either this set or the set outside is off that 76 Valiant that I had. That's my guess, because these have the cooling holes in them, and that was a later thing in the rotors. These rotors are really nice. That car only had like 30,000 miles on it. It was a four-door, that was six-cylinder car that was just rotted into the ground. If it was a two-door, I would have saved it, but as a four-door, we decided to part it out. My son Joe and my buddy Brad they took every bolt and nut out of it. I'm guessing maybe I robbed these bolts when we did the Charger, because we put A-body disc brakes on the Charger, and I think that set was off of my 73, one of my 73 Dusters that I had, and maybe those bolts were missing. I'm really puzzled why I would be missing caliper bolts. I would never have split them up. So anyway, blah, 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 but this is the stuff you go through that I just want to be sure to share with you. So I had this. This is another set of A-body lower control arms, spindles, all that stuff for disc brakes, and it only had one bolt holding the caliper mount on. But at least now I know what they look like. So I don't know the hardness on these, grade 8 or more, I'm sure. So if I had to get some grade 8 bolts, we can do that. But I'm pretty sure, looking at this, I think I've seen these bolts around here somewhere. So I'm going to continue to dig. Now, why am I doing this now when I don't need it? Well, again, it's something that if I can't find them today, I can be working on looking for them in my travels around, stuff like that. So, it's all part of the planning ahead. It's all part of planning your work so you can work your plan. Again, to reemphasize why I do this, to beat a dead horse is what I'm saying. I haven't found any bolts. But I was digging around up in the warehouse, which I still need to organize, and lo and behold, look what I found. Brand new A-body caliper. Cool. So I only need to buy one caliper, not two. I gotta figure out which side that is. I don't need to know that now, and obviously I don't need it now, but that's my point, is as you start gathering stuff, you find stuff. Still haven't found any more caliper mount bolts, but probably gonna give up on that for now. I know, well, I did go out to the 92 pickup out back, and it's a 3/4 size head on that, so I would guess it's likely the same bolt. So there's 4 on there if we need them, but we'll just put that there for now. So we need to find 2 K-frame bolts, and we need to find 3 more disc brake caliper mount bolts. It's all good. Let's move this out of the way for now. Okay, and I'm going to use maybe this one. These were just ones that we found that were going in the trash. I'm just going to throw all of these little bits in there for now, just to try to capture everything. But where I was heading was here to the control arms that my buddy Curtis over at Captain Kurt's Garage sent, because we discovered something. He mentioned it to me in an email, and he was spot on. I put that stuff away. The upper control arm bolts are not, bushing sizes is not correct. No, I'm not going to replace the bushings. It's not worth it to me. But you can see we've got a problem. So we got to bush this. I'm going to make a bronze bushing to put in there in the machine shop. The nice thing about this is if I had to, I could make these offset. I don't plan to, but if I was having problems with caster camber, I could make these bushings oblong so that I could change, exaggerate the caster and the camber on this car. I don't think I need to, but you never know. I know there can be issues with these cars using A-body stuff, and you sometimes can't get the caster and camber right, and this would be a great way to do it. So I'm going to try to machine this at a 0 interference, so it's not a press fit, but it won't have any play in it either. That way, if I don't like what I come out with, I can press it out, and then I can put in an offset one. So, always thinking. There's a lot to sort out. So what's coming next? I'm going to continue to think this through. I'm going to probably get the polyurethane lower control arm bushings for this, and we'll get those pressed in. Suspension stops are here, so I'm not going to worry about those. Ball joints, that's not in the budget right now. The only thing I want to purchase right now are the must-haves. The next thing is then we're going to get all of, like, the K-frame cleaned up, the tie rods all cleaned up and checked. We'll go ahead and get some new boots for all the tie rods. So that'll be a project. We've got to check the pitman arm. We've got to check the drag link, or not the drag link, the idler arm, I should say. We do need to get strut rod bushings. So I'm going to put together, hopefully, a small order, and then look at my budget and see what's possible versus what's probable. And that's part of the reason I'm doing this now, so I can plan ahead on what I can spend. Income has been minusculely better, but the last 2 months has been extremely expensive, just because it's that time of year, and it seems like the fall, there's just a lot going on and so forth. So I've been very grateful for the little bits extra money that's come in. But when you don't have a paycheck and haven't had one for 3 years, you just do the best you can to keep moving forward at minimal expense. One thing I did think about doing, and I still may look at this, is buying a 1 foot chunk or a 6 foot chunk of machinable, which would be an 80 or harder durometer polyurethane, and machining my own polyurethane bushings. I've got the machine shop, so if it makes sense financially to do that, then I'm going to look at it. Be a fun project to do. So we'll see. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. I know it's not an exciting episode, but this is the real world stuff. This is the important stuff that has to be done to move forward on a project. And I just wanted to share me working my plan as I'm planning my work, or planning my work as I'm working my plan, or anyway, coming up with the plan. So like, share, subscribe. We have channel memberships for as little as $5 a month. Please join the channel. You'll get behind the scenes stuff, early previews of videos depending upon the level that your membership is, all kinds of cool stuff right from YouTube as far as stuff for the channel, posts, all kinds of special member videos, things like that. So anyway, that'll do it. Merchandise also down in the description area. You can find our merchandise. And one more thing, because it's important, don't forget.